The horizon will always appear perfectly flat, regardless of altitude.
Start! So many people in the community speaking today about mud flood and the parasitic rulers, and I hear a lot of them speaking about when enough people wake up that there's going to be a difference, and if only we could just wake up all the people that are sleeper states to do the mission. But the reality of the situation is that God made people who won't ever believe, and He also made people that will believe. And there's nothing you could do to change those who have blinders on and veils over their eyes. There's really nothing that we could do at the end of the day with some people. It's useless though. We are commanded to spread the truth and warn people about the reality of the situation, that the earth is flat, that parasitic, archonic, unseen beings control our reality, that this life is a short test, and that we're living for the next life. And I also wanted to bring up the Quran. When I bring up the Quran to people, their first thought usually is about brand Islam, and it's usually a tainted view. And, when you search for the truth, there's going to be it hiding. It's going to be hidden by the devils. And this book that brand Islam, that this cult connected itself to, has absolutely nothing to do with this book from God itself. And the Quran, I really recommend it to everyone in the mud flood community, in the truth community, flat earth community, everything. Because when you read this book without the stigma of the brainwashed cult called Islam that we know of today, you could peel back that misconception and actually see that this book has something really deep to offer, has nothing to do with this religion that leached itself onto it. And the reason that the devil connects itself to the truth like this is to block and deter people from finding the truth. And I think this book, the Quran, is very important for the truth community, for everyone to check out. And my best recommendation is the Sam Garrett's translation on Sam Garrett's channel, A Quranic Complete Revelation. Go check it out, and check out his Quranite.com to meet other people with like-minded reasoning. And in the Quran, it specifically talks about us living on top of destroyed societies and civilizations over and over and resets. It says the earth is stationary and flat, and that the sun and the moon move in an orbit in a circuit above us on a still earth. And there's so much of this book that really connects it, that when you learn all this information in this plethora of truth, it puts it together in a way that you can comprehend it better. Reading the Quran really helped me organize my thinking, and it brings everything to a point of thought that is clear and I'm able to use. And I see a lot of people in the truth community, they have it. They have the knowledge, they have the reasoning, the truth. But at the end of the day, if they don't read the book, the Quran, if they don't read it, I'm telling you, there's something missing in your soup. It's not gonna be full flavor. It's not gonna have that hit that you realize something. You're like, wow, that connects to the Quran, which connects to other books, and they all start connecting dots and lines that makes a web of truth. And I really recommend this book to everyone. And it's not about waking up people. It don't matter how many people wake up. If they have the information, at the end of the day, there's still people that spurn guidance, that debunk that it's just the law of life. And there's a law of life that there's rulers and followers. And I get this information from the Quran. And yes, again, please check out Sam Garrett's translation of the Quran. And it really saved my life. It saved my mind. And it helped me use what I learned. And all this journey of truth, this what people say rabbit hole, is expansive. In the Quran, it mentions many times about the earth being flat. I want to also bring back these religious organizations, government organizations that claim this book is their own. They bring you different definitions. They take the words in the Quran and corrupt it with not only the Hadith, but the scholars' opinions. So, when you hear the earth is flat, you'll have a sheikh come up on stage and say it's an egg shape. I'm sorry. And then you just, oh, it's an egg shape. And you don't actually really research the Arabic translation, the literal translations in the Quran, which thank God for Sam Garans. He did a lot of that work for us. So, we didn't have to, but there's still learning to be involved. And the earth being flat, it mentions that we are on a stationary plane, a carpet, many times. The government doesn't want you knowing that, and that's why, again, the religion leached itself onto this holy book. And I'll bring it back to mud flood is brought up a lot in the Quran. In the Quran, it tells you that we are living on other civilizations that were destroyed. It talks about the catastrophic flood of Noah. And I wanted to bring up actually the when I read Book of Jasher, which actually really goes well with the Quran. It brings up that during the times of Noah, the people were doing like genetic experimentation and human splicing with animal DNA, and that is what really induced them all to be destroyed. And it kind of makes me think about a lot of the it was like pictures from the 1600s, and it was about the family of Noah, and it would have like these people with like 3 arms or like pig legs or like 3 eyes or even one-eyed cyclops. And I was kind of thinking about those being the monstrosities that the people at the time of Noah, the elites, were doing to the people. But anyway, I digress. And it talks about the firmament, and it talks about the firmament being up on pillars you can't see. In the Quran, it speaks about the firmament, and it speaks about the sky, the firmament, the ceiling being held up with no pillars. And you can actually, and also Quran says there's signs in the horizon for those who see. So you think about the horizon line, it proves we're not in a dome on a flat earth, but that the ceiling is following the earth itself almost in a flat, and then the dome effect is actually with your eyes, the way your eyes perceive the horizon. And without the Quran's information, a lot of the knowledge I'm taking in wouldn't really make much sense to me. It's just through like a divine God willing it through this book that has like a sentience and it has a consciousness.